I'm not depending on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter, so there's various ways I'll win. But I got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go in there and break him down with my spirit.
After this.
But he can't though. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not even equipped to fight this dude. He's not. It's going to have to be a bunch of stuff in there. Joshua will punish this man.
It's impossible for somebody like Anthony Joshua, who is so big and so strong, to even think he's going to take it easy. Because even if he tries to take it easy, he's so powerful, so strong that even those punches that are being easy are still gonna hurt.
Anthony Joshua issued a sharp warning to Jake Paul during the press conference, calling him delusional for believing he has any real chance of winning. Joshua emphasized that while he agreed to the fight, his decision was driven largely by business and financial motives rather than competitive necessity. He stated that Paul's confidence comes from inexperience, not ability, and made it clear that once they step into the ring, the difference in skill, discipline, and power will be undeniable. According to Joshua, the outcome is already obvious. He is the far superior fighter, and Paul is simply not on his level.
I deliver what I was supposed to deliver years ago. I deliver what they ran from. I deliver what he asked for $50 million for. I'm gonna give him a $50 million knockout.
I honestly listen to what people say sometimes. They're avoided, this person's running. I honestly think some people are deluded. Really, I do think that they've got some sort of a long-term concussion, because no one's running. In terms of 50 million, I'm a businessman. If there was 50 million on the table, you think...
Chris Algieri explains that this fight gives Anthony Joshua an ideal chance to return to the ring after a stretch of inactivity following his most recent loss. He notes that Joshua can use the matchup as a low-risk stepping stone to rebuild confidence and regain his competitive rhythm. According to Algieri, the bout functions almost like a controlled sparring session, allowing Joshua to stay active while securing a substantial payday. He adds that the fight supports Joshua's financial, mental, and physical recovery, making it a smart and strategic choice for a measured and effective comeback.
What are we talking here? Like, it's gonna be an exhibition? No, it's a fight. You're a heavyweight. You're calling out heavyweights. You're calling out a heavyweight. You're calling out Anthony Joshua, former world champion. You're calling him out on short notice. It's a fight. You're gonna wear 10-ounce gloves and you're gonna fight 10 rounds, and that's what it is. I don't understand any idea of anything else. Oh, it's going to be 8-2s? Is it going to be 15-ounce gloves? What the hell are we doing? This is boxing. You want to fight a real guy? You're fighting a real guy, which I am very respectful, and I respect the hell out of Jake Paul if he does step in the ring with Anthony Joshua, no matter what happens. Kid's got balls of steel, and I applaud you.
Well, the reason I say we don't know yet, because Jake Paul has fought in his last fight with Gervonta Davis was going to be an exhibition. They had to do that because of the weight difference. This is still a weight difference here. I mean,
there's not. No, it's not. It's heavyweight. It's the same weight class.
Well, what do you consider Jake Paul? Cruiserweight or heavyweight?
Heavyweight. How much did he weigh his last fight?
He's fought at cruiserweight. He's also fought at heavyweight. Against Tyson was at heavyweight.
What was his last fight? He's a cruiser. He's a heavyweight.
What was
he
his
was
last
two.
Fight?
His
last
Mike
fight was
Tyson.
at cruiser against Chavez. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like the reason Gervonta Davis fight.
He fought Chavez after Tyson. I guess Tyson was that long ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was a year ago. This week, I was looking at my Instagram memories. I was in Dallas, Texas, getting ready for me pooping my pants on Netflix. That was about a year ago. Exhibition. These are questions that are asked. These are questions that are...
Eddie Hearn explains that Anthony Joshua is genuinely interested in a fight with Jake Paul, but the team must approach the situation cautiously because of Paul's unpredictable behavior. He points out that Jake has a pattern of confirming opponents, and then suddenly canceling or postponing bouts, which makes planning difficult and forces Joshua's camp to remain flexible. For that reason, the team continues training and preparing while staying ready for any last-minute changes. Hearn acknowledges that if Paul is truly committed this time, the matchup represents a major financial opportunity for Joshua, potentially one of the biggest paydays of his career. However, he stresses that excitement must be balanced with careful decision-making to avoid unnecessary setbacks or distractions. Hearn's perspective underscores the importance of readiness, patience, and clear strategy. Since Jake Paul's Unpredictability can disrupt even the best laid plans. Joshua's camp is focused on securing the fight in a way that protects his career, maintains stability, and maximizes the overall reward.
Jake Paul news seemed to come to a surprise for many. How close are we to making that fight, Eddie?
Not that close. I mean, there are conversations. There's a lot of hurdles to overcome. But if he's serious about the fight, and if it can get made, there's a very good chance we'll do it.
Is it on Netflix, and what did DAZN have to say of the fact that it made
one of the hurdles to overcome? But we were going to have an 8-round run out in December. Just so happens it might be against Jake Paul.
Have you spoke to Nikisa? I know you're not friends with him. What are the conversations you've had?
That's who we're talking about, you know. And if they're serious and if it's real, there's a good chance. But listen, we could wake up tomorrow and he's announced another opponent and he just used AJ's name for clout. Listen, I have to respect him if he takes the fight. But who knows?
What do you think Dana White will make of this fight?
I mean, he did Mayweather against McGregor. He doesn't like Jake Paul. I really couldn't care less what he thinks about the fight. AJ's going to make close to or around a career high payday, and we'll take.
Paulie Malignaggi emphasizes that Anthony Joshua will treat the upcoming fight with complete seriousness, even if it is officially labeled an exhibition. He notes that Joshua has never underestimated an opponent at any point in his career, and stepping into the ring means he will bring full focus, power, and technical precision. Malignaggi highlights that Joshua's discipline, timing, and ring IQ enable him to capitalize on openings and punish mistakes with effectiveness. Ryan Garcia supports this perspective, adding that even if Joshua chooses to lighten his intensity, his natural strength and accuracy still make every punch dangerous. Together, their insights underline that Jake Paul is facing a real physical threat, and the fight cannot be dismissed as mere entertainment. They stress that Joshua's experience against elite heavyweights gives him full control over pace, distance, and momentum. Analysts agree that Paul will need exceptional strategy and resilience, as Joshua's power and skill create a high-risk environment where even minor lapses could lead to serious consequences. Overall, the discussion reinforces that the bout requires respect, discipline, and thorough preparation from both fighters.
And if you listen to this, it's definitely out of the bag.
Yeah, Fight for 84, big boxing movie that's hitting Netflix soon about the Olympic 84 team starring Jamie Foxx and Chris Algieri.
I am not starring in anything, but whatever. Yeah, no, I got a credit. I'm in it. I got some lines. So
that's amazing. That is so cool. I mean, this couldn't get any cooler. You're now in the movie, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah,
what a day.
Hopefully,
what a life.
Hopefully, maybe there'll be more of this. Who knows?
I think it's just the beginning. I think this podcast is numbered. Our days are numbered.
No way. I'm never letting this go, Dan. This is. I'm a ride or die.
I hope you get so big and become such a big actor that you are like delaying production because you have to film our podcast in your trailer.
Chris is in his trailer. Wait, he's got to finish his podcast with Dan.
They're like, who's Dan? It's Johnny Drama style.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, just
when he was on the set
total
for 5
diva.
Towns.
Just total diva in every way possible.
Yes, like we said, this episode is brought to you by PPV.com. December 6th, we're going to see Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach. And guess what? We're going to talk to Lamont Roach on this episode. I caught up with Lamont and to get his thoughts on the fight with Pitbull, to get his thoughts on Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, which we're going to get to in a second, to get his thoughts on 140, potentially fighting at 135. That's coming up in just a little bit with Lamont Roach. Don't forget to order that fight with us at ppv.com and all the good stuff that comes along with that. That's December 6th. Lamont Roach is an awesome interview. Great guy.
Awesome guy. Forget the interview. He's just a good dude. I told you to tell him what's up. You probably did.
He said what's up. He goes, where is he? I said, he's on a movie set. He goes, oh yeah. He's got those movie star looks.
See, that's what I get. But yeah, no, he's a good dude. We see him. He trains down in Florida now. He's over at the Pro Box TV training facility, so we get to see him down there training. He's whipping on all the guys over there. But good people, good dude. Good. His dad's awesome. His brother Jordan's great. He's another one to look out for. I think he's a flyweight? I think he's a flyweight coming up, or a bantamweight. But yeah, great family, good boxing family, great boxing heritage.
Yeah, and I can't wait for that mega card. Big card December 6th, and he's the headliner. So we're going to get to him in a second. Some big news broke. Shocking news. According to Ring Magazine, Anthony Joshua is going to step in for Gervonta Davis and fight Jake Paul. We don't know yet if it's an exhibition. We don't know yet the rules set. We don't know the date. These are preliminary talks that are ongoing. Yes, I work for MVP.
Dave Allen criticizes the notion that Anthony Joshua should avoid fighting Jake Paul simply because the matchup appears unconventional or entertainment-driven. He explains that Joshua remains in peak physical condition, unlike many retired fighters who often lose speed, sharpness, or power. Instead, Joshua still possesses every tool needed to dominate inside the ring. Allen stresses that fans frequently underestimate the seriousness of these kinds of bouts, assuming they exist solely for spectacle, when in reality Joshua's athleticism, strength, and technical skill make him an extremely dangerous opponent. He emphasizes that this fight is not just about showmanship or publicity. Joshua's preparation, discipline, and extensive experience give him the ability to control the fight and impose his will on virtually anyone he faces. Allen also points out the gap between perception and reality, warning that casual viewers may fail to appreciate the genuine risks Jake Paul is stepping into. Regardless of the promotional hype surrounding the event, he argues that the matchup demands respect, focus, and a clear understanding of Joshua's elite-level abilities. Ultimately, Allen makes it clear that Joshua treating the fight seriously is both expected and entirely justified.
Probably shouldn't be licensed, but Florida are very kind of easy commission to get. Yeah, it'll be called an exhibition.
It will be an exhibition.
It probably will be called an exhibition.
What's the point?
For me, as long as that fight you mentioned just now, Spencer, as long as that roadmap is there and it's signed, that he fights an interim guy as a warm-up afterwards and fights Tyson Fury next year and Fury's on board, I'm great with it. Otherwise, I do think his legacy's damaged if his last fight is with Jake Paul.
An exhibition is a waste of time. They're for retired fighters. For retired fighters, it's a load of rubbish.
Yeah, listen, the guy's still in his athletic prime. I personally don't see the reason why they can't just do the Tyson Fury fight. Why do we need interims?
Well, we all want that.
Yeah, but why do we need interims? Why do we need warm-ups? We're talking about two experienced guys who've been the best, as you just said, of the last 10, 20 years. Let's get the fight on.
It's as ridiculous as Gervonta Davis going in with him, basically, isn't it, with Jake Paul, frankly?
No different mindsets. And what, again, listening to Eddie today and what he was saying, the damage that Anthony Joshua suffered mentally, not physically, because physically he's still all there, but mentally against Daniel Dubois, he needs to go through that process again. And they said, and that's just the whole getting your hands wrapped up, doing it, whether it's Jake Paul, whether it's a top 100 fighter, you go, that's the way that Anthony Joshua ticks. He needs that before going into the... All roads lead to Fury, right? We all know that. Whether Fury...
Analysts note that Jake Paul is finally stepping into a fight with someone closer to his level in terms of active competition, unlike the older or retired fighters he has previously faced. While this matchup provides the challenge many fans have been waiting for, it also increases the physical risks for Paul. Commentators emphasize that health and safety remain serious concerns, as Anthony Joshua's power, skill, and experience far exceed anything Paul has encountered before. Although the fight may appear competitively balanced on paper, it remains dangerous due to the significant potential for real physical consequences.